which battle, they will say, which skin should I wear? They don't say which skin should my avatar wear or should like this other persona. Like, they have a completely different relationship with virtual personas. So I think for them, ownership of objects just is in a completely different priority list compared to a person who is very much used to going to a brick and mortar store. Natalia, how do you envision the digital fashion reaching this wide adoption, similar to hopefully in a way where we don't have to explain what it is anymore?
We just crash.
Yeah, so it usually happens in a kind of traditional retail when customers are teaching the companies what they want to have and how they want to have it and how they want it to be delivered. So of course, this like a generational shift will be happening when the new generation of users consume works, but like just the generation of people living in this world will be interacting and getting the products and choosing the products and using them. And at the same time, there is a huge population in the world which is side and there is a statistics and data that this of the boomers is so much higher than of like millennials and Jay-Z's. They are having the spending power but through their parents, and in the meantime there is a space to kind of reach this gap and to talk to the older audience as well.
Oh my god.
And some of the I don't know, like more like a traditional use cases are coming handy and marrying this kind of both use cases, and it's not even use cases, it's like a visions of the world is kind of a transitional way to bring the adoption and understanding, and then yeah, of course it's going to be a new norm.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm definitely going to come back to the generational comments a little bit later because I think it's really juicy topic to get into. My next question is for Karinna and Emma Jane. I think when we talk about digital fashion, we have to just recognize this unlikely match between the fashion industry and the gaming ecosystem, because gamers historically did not really care about labels, but rather saw fashion for its comfort, cultural significance, and primarily function, while the fashion industry very often talked about aspirational lifestyles or glamour. And now with the advent of Web3, crypto entered the conversation just to complicate things a little bit further and really upending traditional models of transactions, but also offering just a different new way for assets to be interacting with their owners, original creators. And Karinna, for you to build a company that's at the intersection of fashion and technology that's not a Fitbit must be really exciting. And in the context of Web3, what role does blockchain technology play in actually enabling digital fashion adoption?
I'm still trying to nail my perfect definition of an NFT. And I guess to your point that you mentioned earlier, it's really refreshing that NFTs are more, not completely in people's vocabulary now, but there's a kind of, it's locked in their brain somewhere. But in its kind of like simplest terms, when I'm trying to explain like why NFTs aren't hype or why I see them having a very long kind of like runway, it's because they enable any file really to become an asset, and to become an asset that's tradable, shareable, trackable, etc. So, and obviously that needs somewhere to live, i.e. a blockchain to kind of like trace its kind of like life on. And that's really that partnership is very beautiful and very unique. And the reason why NFTs are going to have outlive all of us on this call.
I don't think so.
I look forward to that. Maybe there will be cremated versions of us as NFTs. I don't know what that would look like. Maybe a little bit too morbid,
I
but
definitely want to be a hologram.
yeah, very fashionable looking
nice.
hologram on my gravestone. Love it. Emma Jane, for you, when we talk about gaming, and I think you've normalized the conversation about digital fashion as well as crypto and how it appeals to the gaming environment. So for me, I had to. I'm not primarily a gamer, so for me, being able to understand how will fashion develop the language and understanding around that environment was a little bit challenging. So would love to hear your take on where you're seeing that connection really happening.
Yeah, no, a really good question. I guess when I think it comes down to if we really is of what fashion is, it's all about desire. It's a tool for why do people purchase fashion items, clothing? It's very much about an intrinsic. How can I actually look better, and why do I want to look better? Is that cute boy and I want to go on date? And that's like a very vanilla. Or even I